We need to imagine a city that we want to live in, and then we need to work towards making it happen. The heart and soul of Brooklyn is about the communities that we build. The heart and soul of Brooklyn is about the sharing that we have on our streets, the fact that they're small, they're intimate. You walk out on a summer day and you're likely to run into a neighbor that you know and have a conversation. You know the shop owners around the corner. I've never been in a place that has it quite the way we do. Growing up, my father was an environmentalist and taught environmental sciences at the University of Pennsylvania. Environmentalism is very much at the core of who I am and how I frame a lot of how I see government and the world around me operate. We consume a tremendous amount of electricity, and it should be renewable. And so we need real policies that affect the way that we generate power. Incidentally, we have one of the highest asthma rates in the country, and one of the reasons we have such high asthma rates are the tremendous numbers of oil and gas plants that we have in some of our communities. We need green zoning laws where it makes absolute sense as a homeowner to have solar panels or a green roof. And whether that means we're giving tax breaks to homeowners for the city to come in and put those solar panels on the roof, or by some other means, I don't really care. I just want to make sure that we're getting it done. And that vision is not being articulated right now. My wife teaches at the Audubon Center in Prospect Park. I'm a former educator. And all of us have had this moment in our lives where a teacher turned a light on for us, or we had that special connection with a teacher in school that opened up doors for us. And I want to make sure that kids get that opportunity and that teachers have that opportunity to do that and not feel like they're teaching towards a specific test or that the curriculum is not something that they have some input over. Another important aspect I think about our schools is making sure our class sizes are small so that teachers can have those individual interactions with the kids. In order to do that, we need to make sure that the resources are there to keep the class sizes down and make sure that that interaction between the teacher and the child can happen. Hang on, let's try again, and remember, you gotta count those rests. One of the reasons that I decided to run was the frustration I had been feeling at so many of these meetings where I would go as part of a group and we would present concerns that we had in the neighborhood, be they about a development or about a local issue, particularly with developers. You have somebody who represents the project and they smile politely and they nod, and then they just go off and do whatever they're gonna do anyway. And I think I felt, as many people in the room have felt, incredibly frustrated by a process in which we don't feel like we're being heard. I want a city council in which ordinary people feel like they have a voice and have a stake. I think that our city government functions best when ordinary men and women feel like they can be heard and they can participate. We made the choice not to take money from developers all the way at the beginning of the race. We're not taking money from developers because we feel like the process has been so corrupted in the city that a city council, to be legitimate in its land use decision-making, needs to be able to demonstrate that they're completely independent from the people trying to make those decisions. And it's not a question of whether those decisions are good or not good, it's a question of whether they benefit the community or they benefit the few. And we want to make sure that when we look at people, we can say, we're making choices not based on our political needs, but on the needs of the people in the community. And the only way to really do that is to say, we're not taking developer money.